1-0 earlier. Newcastle have quietly gone 5 without defeat in a season where troughs have never been that far away from the peaks. But this one tonight, Ali, means so much to both of them. And here's Martinelli quickly on the move down the left-hand side. Trivial, Havertz and Gabriel. It's glanced on by Ben White, and somehow they scramble it clear. And then the shot by Saka is too high. Well, it almost worked to perfection. When the glance came at the front post, anything dominating, haven't they?
Certainly been in the front foot, but that was a big disappointment for me on Wednesday, as it would have been probably for the Arsenal fans. No shots on target at all.
Here's Jorginho. And then Kai Havertz, who's seen plenty of the ball here in the opening 6 minutes or so. Martinelli, who's got a fascinating battle over there with Trippier. That's a good ball into the box as well that Botman did well with. Here's White, Ødegaard. And intercepted well by Trippier on that side, supported here. Gordon turned into White, swept on them by Jorginho, but Arsenal have it back again now. Declan Rice, it's Bukayo Saka, and the first save tonight via the deflection for Loris Karius.
Just wouldn't fall.
There's Declan Rice, and now Martin Ødegaard, and Arsenal look really threatening here. Just wasn't quite a good enough ball. Here's Saka. Ødegaard's little ball around the corner to Declan Rice, and they're in. Rice with a shot, Karius with the save. But they've started off in fine fashion here, Arsenal taking the game to Newcastle.
Declan Rice well within his rights to have a shot at goal there.
Offside flag up there against Arsenal, despite the fact that Botman got across to make this ball. Rice. Gabriel Martinelli. Jorginho. Well, away by Botman. Already looks. Ødegaard. Now Ben White. Ødegaard looking to clip one in. Martinelli heads it down. He's a little bit too high on that side for Trippier. Ødegaard feeds it through. Kai Havertz takes it. Jorginho looking to lift one in here towards Bukayo Saka, and that's defended by Livramento. It's an Arsenal. All the runs go towards the near post. It's a free header, and it's in, is it? It is. It's a goal. Well, Gabriel was the player that got his head to the ball initially. He's the Arsenal player who's going to claim it, but it was so difficult to work out who got the final touch. Newcastle desperately trying to keep the ball out, but Arsenal score their 18th set-piece goal of the season. And Gabriel is the one who's run away to claim it. Here's Declan Rice. Everything Arsenal are doing is with purpose. It's pulled back by Martinelli. It's cleared away by Botman, who didn't want to be on the other end of something inside his own suit. Can clear, but it only is temporary respite, it seems, because Arsenal have this insatiable desire to get the ball back. Martinelli, Havertz, and the decision is a free kick.
They can't get out.
What you would say as well is they've been excellent at punishing weakness. 5 against Palace, 6 at West Ham and 5 at Burnley. Teams with weakness have been punished by this Arsenal group in recent weeks. Jorginho, little touch by Havertz, space now for White, elected not to shoot, which he might well have done. Martinelli will, and it's headed away by Cher. It came at him quickly. Lovely touch then by Saka, but it's cleared away from inside his own area.
Forward.
There's another excellent run forward by Martinelli from one side to the other, and he pulls it back. It's 2-0. Excellent Arsenal goal, made by a wonderful run and cross from Martinelli. It's a tap-in for Kai Havertz, and this is one-way traffic at the Emirates for the Gunners.
No, not half. That is a top-class goal. They probably could have and perhaps should have scored before it with a pass Jorginho.
Ødegaard's got it back again. They're in for another one. That's a vital touch there from Longstaff.
Oh, he did well. Longstaff does incredibly well. I think it's Botman that made those 2 centre-backs. Any chance Newcastle get coming to the park, well, they're all over Alexander Isak.
First time we've seen Trippier forward tonight. Almiron can now join in. Interesting ball in towards Gordon. It's headed away by White and then cleared away by Bukayo Saka. Then he's got 3 around him, Bukayo Saka, which must leave space somewhere else. Saka getting to the byline and pulling it back. and Martinelli heads it over the bar.
That'd been one of the goals of the season. Another statement for you. That was absolutely fantastic football. There's flicks, there's getting to the byline, that ball from Odegaard. What about that to Saka? Tremendous little back heel. He just hangs it up.
I mean, they've been so good with the ball tonight, Arsenal. 72% possession, which feels about right. That's a nice ball by Rice. If Martinelli can use his pace to get there, he just can't quite keep it in. Assistant on this side has his flag. And Arsenal putting on a show so far tonight. 33 minutes gone, they lead 2-0. The football they played might well have brought them more, and the mistakes continue to come from Newcastle.
Oh, it's a press. He really is. As good as I've seen him in that role.
Lovely ball to Martinelli. Two in the middle waiting for any kind of cross. Goes back instead now to Jorginho. Havertz the target, Trippier the defender. There's the shot. Martinelli wasn't hanging about. Those in black and white.
Well,
hasn't been a happy place for them in this campaign, and they've lost the ball again. Declan Rice has nicked it. It's Kai Havertz. It's headed away by Botman. Now it's Martinelli. It's pulled back to Havertz. Couldn't quite control it. Miley with a vital bit of defending for Newcastle.
Took a poor touch, Havertz, to be honest.
Arsenal seem to have been living in Newcastle's final third, and you can tell by the pass numbers. Martinelli's in there again. Puts in the cross towards Odegaard. It's cleared as far as Saka. Looking to try and dance his way through. Oh, that was outstanding from Saka. What a save from Karius at the end of it, though.
That was an excellent save.
Gabriel has had no defending to do whatsoever. Jorginho pulling the strings. Odegaard with the touch. Gets it back again from Havertz. Here's Saka. Declan Rice. And Kai Havertz with no room to turn. And the flag had gone. Well, the whistle had gone, rather.
But the football, they're firing it into people's feet.
Anthony Gordon has not been a factor at all, and that's not really a knock on him. It's just the fact that Newcastle haven't been able to get the ball to him. That's defended by Martinelli, laid off then by Longstaff. And then coming through is Bruno Guimaraes trying to dance his way through, but Arsenal having to stiffen defensively for one of the few times. Havertz was jumping and then went over, and he looks appealingly at the referee, Paul Tierney. He seemed to feel that there might have been a pull. Over it goes now to Isak, who took it brilliantly right in front of the Newcastle fans, and he slips into the box and hits it over the bar. That's what he can do, just needed a better finish, but before that, it looked really good.
He takes an excellent touch, the pass out to him, the switch up.
Played off by Declan Rice. Havertz now to Saka. Arsenal with plenty in red and white. Saka bursting in, twisting and turning and shooting. Oh, it's gone right through! Bukayo Saka scores again. A young man who can't stop scoring in the Premier League. Everything he touches turns to gold. Arsenal get a third, and Bukayo Saka gets his 16th goal of the season. Near post he's going to get. He's glanced on, it's in. It's another set-piece goal, and this time it's Kivior who's celebrating. The architect again, Declan Rice. 19 goals and counting from set-pieces for Arsenal, and they lead Newcastle 4-0. Arsenal's defenders and goalkeeper want to preserve the clean sheet. Dan Burn now can take over and clip it in, and they get one back. And it's a former Arsenal man who gets his name on the score sheet. It's Joe Willock, and there is